Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. In today's collective reading, I'm going to give you a message from Source and some metaphysical and spiritual tools to help you mold, shape, and build your supreme dream. The first card I have for you is from Jungle Beauty Goddess Traubie. And Jungle Beauty Goddess Traubie's message to you is protect yourself. The next card I have for you is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is really talking about stress and anxiety and feeling overwhelmed and so forth and so on. The next card I have for you is the Strength card. And the Strength card is about having courage to go after what it is that you want, bravery, compassion, of overcoming self-doubt and so forth. And then the last card I have for you in this reading is the Three of Cups, which is the card about reunions and celebrations and gatherings and so forth and so on. So this is my collective message. This hand is about, what came to me is being afraid of the people that you were assigned to help. So I just envision, like, sometimes people go to school, they say, okay, I want to be a teacher, but then when they are assigned to school and they think, oh my God, these kids are out of control, I don't know what to do with them, and you start to wonder if this is really your calling. Or let's just say you've been called to be a nurse and you realize you don't like working in hospitals, or you don't really want to be around people. So if you are in any way in a field where in your heart you know you're supposed to be helping this group of people or this population, but you feel afraid, you want to protect yourself, you want to protect your heart, you want to protect your ego, you're thinking like, oh no, I don't know this, I don't make enough money, I don't feel safe, this is not where I belong. So there's a lot of stress and anxiety that you're experiencing because you just want to protect yourself. Now, the way this applies to me is, if it were up to me, I would literally just, grade my assignments, make dolls, and write books. But I know that in order to build my dream, I need to have a public platform, even though in my heart I want to shy away from it. But what's the point of me having acquired all this knowledge or all this information if I'm not willing to share it because I'm sensitive, because at the core it may not seem like it, I'm shy. So so this collective message is, this is for people who just kind of feel like, I know I'm supposed to help, but I just really don't want to do this. This is overwhelming. This is too much. So I'm going to give you some tools to help you with this journey. And so one of the things that came to me in this reading is that maybe you felt that, okay, I'm supposed to work in the classroom, but maybe you're supposed to write a book or create software to help students. Sometimes we're in the right field, we're just not doing the thing that we need to do, because maybe you are sensitive and maybe you do need to pull back a little bit. Maybe you might want to do virtual nursing, or maybe you don't feel comfortable working in a hospital, but you don't mind doing home visits. So one of the things that you're being asked to do is to think about different ways that you can still help the people that you have been assigned or that you've chosen to help in this lifetime, and still protect your energy, especially if you are very empathetic or if you're very sensitive. So one of the things, the tools to use is like maybe a sodalite gemstone. This helps with you with aligning with your truth, seeing the truth, being able to communicate your needs. This is going to help you so that when you are working with people, you are able to be very truthful with them, because you really can't help them or yourself if you're kind of, if you're not willing to be direct, and then also for you to be able to hear their truth. So I would use like a soda light or any type of blue stone for your throat chakra, which is really about aligning you with your truth. And the other thing I would do in terms of, I have this little worksheet that I like to use, is I would work on my heart chakra, because sometimes I think that people who have signed up, I like to say signed up, who are light workers to help other people, we're overgivers, and this you become easily drained and completely stressed out because you don't know how to stop giving. So at some point you just decide, look, I don't want to do it at all because it's so stressful. So if you work on your heart chakra, there are some gemstones that can help, like rhodochrosite, rhodonite, the pink, the rose quartz, emerald. There are a lot of gemstones that you can use. You can wear around your neck, or just place in your chest area to help you, and making sure that even when you give, you don't overgive to the point where you're drained. And then also I would use any stone from my root chakra, which is like right at your tailbone. Garnet is really good. Ruby is good. Black tourmaline is really the best. Especially, you don't want to be stressed out. You want to stay grounded. Because sometimes let's say you're a counselor and you listen to people's problems all day, it can start to affect your own mental health. So I would work on my throat chakra to make sure that I stay aligned with my truth, and listening to other people as well as listening to my own guidance. I will work on my heart chakra to make sure that I'm not overgiving, because sometimes when we are called to help people, we don't know how to help them in a way that we do not affect their ability to help themselves. Because sometimes I find that we're overgivers, we really don't help them because we're too giving. And then also I would work on my root chakra to make sure that I'm grounded and that I'm healthy, because sometimes when you're working with a population that is high risk or people who really need you, it can take you away from it can take you away from being balanced in your own, health. The other thing I would do if I've been called to help a population and I've been apprehensive because it seems overwhelming, I would work with sigils of power. The Sigils of Power by Adam Blackthorne. Now, as I've said in previous videos, this book is not. This book does not contain anything to do with Wicca, witchcraft, spell casting, evocations, or any other method of magic that you might be familiar with. So it's it's not calling on spirits or angels, or it's a different type of magic that works with your subconscious. So I would suggest this book. Now on page 135, I would do the row opening. I know it may seem weird, but the reason I chose the road opening for this particular reading is because maybe you need to find another way to help the people you signed up to help. So road opening is an ancient form of magic in which you call on spirits or the universe to show you another way. If you feel the way is blocked, this is how you open the road. This sigil, although it doesn't call on spirits, it helps to remove the obstacles that prevent you from seeing a new way forward. If you feel jaded, stuck, dull, bored, or that you really need to change your life but have absolutely no idea what might make you happy, use this sigil. So this is the sigil here, and basically you would look at the white space and you would contemplate what is going on. You would look at the circle and say, okay, I am dedicated to changing it. And then you would look at the actual sigil itself, at the in the middle, and you would just say, okay, it's been a few weeks and it feels so good that this change has happened. And then you would look at the entire sigil and like pretend that it's like 5 years down the line or so, and you're just like, oh, elated because you've made this wonderful change in your life. Now, the reason I chose the sigil is because I really think that sometimes people become stuck in what it is they want to, or what they think they want to do, or what they. So let me just give you a simple example. Let's just say you might say, I want to be I don't know, I want to work on a football team. Well, it turns out that you want to design the uniforms, or maybe you want to provide coaching or body massage. There could be so many things, so many other careers or tasks that are needed to help a football team that you had never even thought about. So I think sometimes, yes, you might want to work with small children, but you might want to be a person who create books for them, or you might want to design clothes for them or toys for them. So there are so many different ways to work with the people that we have been assigned to work with, because we know that's our journey, but for some reason it doesn't feel like a good fit because we haven't found we found the population, we just haven't found the best way to work with them. The other sigil that I selected was improve creative inspiration. And let me see, I'm not sure which page it's on, but you guys, if you decide to, let's see, creative inspiration. See if I can find it quickly. I didn't write the page number down. Well, anyway, you guys get the picture. And the last one I selected was remove unwanted attention, which is page 208. Now, I know this may sound like, what do you mean protect myself, and you're telling me to remove unwanted attention? Because sometimes I think that when you work with the population, you maybe you can't handle the trolls, or sometimes we have to deal with people that we don't feel comfortable with, or maybe you don't feel comfortable working in the front office. I'm just coming up with things, but I have found that sometimes it's just kind of good to lay low. So remove unwanted attention. You might be pestered online, at work, or even by somebody in your own home. If you need more privacy, this sigil will help to remove the unwanted attention. If somebody's actively obsessed with you, the effects may be temporary, but for mild, anyway, if it doesn't, it's just really talking about if you're uncomfortable, like working with some people because maybe people are just, they won't leave you alone, or you feel overwhelmed. I feel like page 208 is a really good sigil to work with. So again, you're working with the population, but you're thinking of ways to protect your aura, protect your energy, but still be able to assist them in some way. The other thing I would do, lastly, is in working with the Feng Shui area, and this is the Bagua, I would work with my knowledge and spirituality. Is your educational area. You walk in the door, and where your left hand, the left hand corner, right? You walk in the door, you spread eagle, and your left hand corner, and you go back like this. This is your education area. So I would work on it because it's resources and information to help people. So you can buy books about how do I help third graders learn how to read, or how do I help people with, be better able to handle their finances? How do I help people unleash their creativity? You might want to work in a hospital and teach people how to paint, or how to make dolls, or maybe you might want to do a puppet show. There are so many ways to help people. So I would work on my knowledge and wisdom area so that I could gain insight on changes to make. The other area I would work on would be my helpful would be my helpful people area. Now this is the area where your left hand is, right? And this is, wait, let me see where it is. This is the right helpful people area. This is the area that's responsible for your protection. Like I tell everybody, you know, the color is silver and gray, and you might want to put some little army men over here because they're very inexpensive, or you can buy a statue of a soldier. You can put angels in this area. You know, any religious figures that you have, your this is your spiritual team. This is also your area for travel, but it's a really good area, especially if you feel like you're working with a population that you know, maybe you have to go into really bad neighborhoods and things like that, and you just don't feel safe. So I would put some protection in this area. And then lastly, I would also do my creativity area. Let me see, where is that located? I would do my creativity area because, oh my bad, let me get this in order here, because I feel like, again, you know, always look for creative ways to help this population, because if you're feeling uneasy, you're feeling uneasy for a reason. So working on your creativity area will really help you, you know, create some really cool ways to still help, and at the same time maintain your own sense of well-being. And then lastly, I will work on my money area. This is your wealth area. You walk in the door from either one of these areas. You know, remember your left foot is always your wealth and abundance area. And the reason I would work on this area is because sometimes when we work with underprivileged populations, or when we work with the people who need us the most, are the people who are abandoned because we might feel like, oh, I don't make enough money. I love teaching, you know, children, but I have this massive student loan debt from becoming a teacher. Or maybe you want to teach chemistry or whatever. Again, I'm going to say this over and over. You know, do some work, like the colors are purple, green, blue, red. The element is wood. You want to put like a nice, thick, juicy plant in this area. Live is best, but even a picture or an artificial plant. Water, like a little waterfall, because you want to, maybe you're meant to write a book, or maybe you can start a YouTube series teaching people how to eat healthy if you're a nurse or you're a nutritionist. Or maybe, you know, you don't really want to work in the classroom, but you come up with a video series teaching children the best way to teach them their ABCs, or how to count, or coming up with some type of resources and tools or worksheets, a book to help them. So you're still helping, but you're looking for other ways where you're reaching a larger population, where you can maintain your own sense of balance and still help the people that you are meant to serve. I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you, darlings, in the next video.